Please be advised that this video is for the sole purpose of entertainment. Any views are purely my own, are subjective and may not necessarily be true. I do, however, do extensive research for all of my videos. All photos have been found on the public domain. I am using them under the fair use and fair dealing guidelines. I urge everybody to do their own research. Well, hello, it's Murky Meg here. It's Tuesday the 4th of August and this is my second video today. If you've not seen my previous video, I've put a link up in the top right hand corner. Click on it and it will take you to the page. This video I'm going to discuss a very intriguing article that has come out on the Daily Beast. Now, it's written by a journalist called Tom Sussex, and it all relates to the drones that the supposed paparazzi have used to take pictures of Archie in the house that they are staying. Now, I did a video previously on this, which went into detail that they are suing unknown paparazzi members from 1 to 100 with the prospect of capturing everybody or anybody that will be buying these photographs to kind of deter them from doing so. And apparently Harry and Meghan have been coping with unimaginable levels of press intrusion at their temporary new home, which is owned by Tyler Perry. Now, Tom Sussex for the Daily Beast has reported that at least 5 drone-related incidents have been reported to the LAPD non-emergency line. These incidents allegedly happened on the 9th, 19th, 20th, 21st and 25th of May, which were all reported to the authorities. This apparently isn't the first time that they've had a run-in with the paparazzi. Apparently they were driving last month in Los Angeles and were noticed by the paparazzi. They were then tailed, followed and chased by 2 cars which were being driven very erratically. When they parked up, one of the cars followed them, which had been in an outer lane cut across the 2 lanes of traffic to park themselves. The photographer's car was 5 meters away from causing a T-bone crash. It was incredibly dangerous, shocking and scary. Apparently, Harry and Meghan were rattled, but they handled it the best way they could. But the reality is people are following them and tailing them every single day. They are trying not to let the aggressiveness get to them. Protecting their family is their top concern. Apparently, they feel violated by the media and they feel hunted. But here lies the problem. Everybody famous in LA gets this to some degree unless they live a very sheltered life and don't court the media. If you're going to dance with the devil, you better pay the price, because ultimately if you court the media and you use the media to your own gain, then the media will expect something in return. These are the most talked about people. As much as we don't like it, they are the most talked about couple in the world right now because of what's transpired with the book, them leaving the royal family. It's the big hoo-ha about it, and they know this. But moving to LA, what on earth did they expect? Now, I'm not condoning the fact that paparazzi are following them, far from it, but you have to expect that that's going to happen in LA, surely. Now, I have been tipped off by somebody that wants to remain anonymous that Meghan's publicist tipped Tom Sussex, the writer of that article, off, informing him that Meghan filed a report about the drones with the Los Angeles Police Department, and that it wasn't the report that gave Tom Sussex Meghan's address. It was her actual publicist. So Tom goes to the LAPD and files a Freedom of Information form requesting to know if the Sussexes filed a report for the drones harassing them. And in the Freedom of Information form, Tom says that a rep of Meghan's is his source of the information and not the Freedoms of Information Act to find out her actual address, which we know is Tyler Perry's mansion. Is this evidence that Meghan or her team are priming the media to try and push the narrative of exactly what they want to tell? It's a common thing with celebrities. They will always give snippets and tidbits to try and steer the course of the narrative that they want. And if this is true, then that in itself would push the case of the Associated Press, i.e. the Mail on Sunday court case against Meghan, to say that she is in cahoots with the media. And if she is in cahoots with the media, then this privacy claim is blown out the water. We've had articles over the past week that have said that prior to meeting Harry, Meghan used paparazzi, called them, had them on speed dial, and used them for her own publicity. I've had paparazzi say to me, yeah, that's true. And then when I asked them specifically, does she continue to do this? All I got was a winking emoji. I really don't know how this case is going to develop. Both the case of the Mail on Sunday and the one that they are suing the paparazzi, the unknown John Doe, from 1 to 100. Because if she is proven to have used the media and released information herself, which Sunshine Sachs is alleged to have done, why else would you employ a public relations company if you don't want to clean up your act and make it look like the sun shines out of your what's-it? And this is the problem, isn't it? It seems like Harry and Meghan only want the best publicity. They only want the stories out there that make them look like saints, heroes, and the ones that want to save the world. Any form of negative story, it's like a battle against them. You can't have it both ways. If you are in cahoots with the media, then you have to take the rough with the smooth. Do they deserve privacy? Absolutely. I'm not disputing that. In their home, they should not be photographed, especially their child. But if you are spoon-feeding positive puff pieces to the media, you have to expect that you will, on occasions, be turned around and bitten by this, because there will be negative stories out there. You can't only have wonderful stories about you when the world is on an axle. Whether you love her or hate her, there are stories out there to be found. Now, it seems that the sugars are really turning on Omid Scooby as well, because this Finding Freedom book was supposed to be their story told. It was supposed to be their narrative, the truth that they wanted out there. But in fact, it's actually made them look spoiled, entitled, and incredibly ungrateful. So I'm up in arms on whether or not they knew the final draft. Because if they did, surely if you read it and you saw those extracts, you would think, that doesn't paint us in a very good light. Or are they so narcissistic that they can't see their own faults? I would love to know your thoughts on whether or not you believe that their privacy is or was invaded with these drones. Do you think that by filing these police reports and putting their actual address, they could have used another address, I'm sure, but they used their actual address to the LAPD, and knowing that that would be on a finding of information report, doxed themselves? I'm having a hard time believing this, because I've had a look on the LAPD website and it says that the law requires law enforcement agencies to provide information to the public, has the right to know, and at the same time to withhold information if the release would jeopardize an individual's right to privacy. Certain records or portion of records are subject to privacy laws, and or other exemptions are rarely ever available for viewing. So I don't think that the LAPD would have given out Meghan's address. I do, however, believe my source that it was in fact a representative of Meghan that gave Tom Sykes her details, and not the Freedom of Information form, because I don't think the LAPD would give out an address on a Freedom of Information form. So why on earth did Meghan's representative give a reporter details of where they live if they didn't want to court publicity and invite the media into their private space? Is this a prime example of Meghan trying to manipulate the media yet again? Or, as some people are expressing an opinion, that this is common practice for PR people to put this information out, and it's not actually a big deal. I would love to know your thoughts on this whole mess that is her court case with the paparazzi, and do you think this information could change the way that the Mail on Sunday's court case could go? As always, I'd love to know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.